After 4 nights in Ljubljana, it was time to continue our journey through Slovenia, the 27th country on our world tour. So our bags are packed and we're ready to leave Ljubljana, heading to Bled. But we're not going straight to Bled. We're gonna go to the airport, pick up a rental car, and check out Kranj and Skofja Loka.
So stay tuned as we show you 2 small towns with big impact and 10 amazing things to see during a day trip to Kranj and Skofja Loka, all in this episode of Lucas World Travel.
Now normally we like to take the bus everywhere, but for Slovenia, we decided to rent a car to have easier access to the waterfalls, hiking trails, and caves Slovenia has to offer. And now we're off to Brdo Castle in Kranj. What's nice is I've never driven this brand of car before, so it's super cool. So I'm just enjoying trying a foreign vehicle that you just can't even get in the United States. Seriously, this Skoda might be my favorite car rental ever. And little did I know, this was just the beginning of the impressive technologies that I would see that day. Have you ever seen a Roomba-style lawnmower, guys? I am beyond fascinated by this. I know all you watching back in the States want one of those, don't you? If you could buy that, wouldn't you? That's the best thing ever. Adorable lawnmowers aside, though, let's get to the castle. So this castle was built in 1510 to be the primary residence of a count and a countess. This castle was also used as a residence for official functions by the president of Yugoslavia. Now they use it to have diplomatic conferences. And there's a conference center and a hotel on the grounds. So I must say I really am enjoying the park by Brdo Castle right now. You can't go into the castle, but the garden is totally worth seeing, and it's €5 per person to get in. So this park has all these lovely tree-surrounded paths that you can walk on.
It's cool. It's kind of like being in one of those Photoshop magazines where the trees are connected to each other and you're walking through a path covered by trees and vines. It's really cool. I like it.
It's nice and shady and cool temperature-wise under here. And it's stunning.
It's really beautiful out here. You can kind of see behind me here on one side, there's no lily pads, but if you turn this way, let's look behind me. There's lily pads and lilies all over that part of the lake. Just in the backdrop there, the Alps are peeking out over the trees. They're so close you can touch them.
So in addition to the manicured gardens, there's also a rugged forest to walk through as well. Super cool. And it really doesn't matter what path you take, they are all gorgeous. And the swans aren't scared of me at all. How beautiful.
Next stop, Kranj.
Just 10 minutes from Brdo Castle is Old Town Kranj. We started by seeing the Plecnik Arcade before checking out the views at Church of St. Sebastian. In the city center, you have Kranj Cathedral, And our favorite part was Kokra Canyon. So just a few footsteps from city center is a canyon. So you can be out in the wilderness in no time. Just go to the river bridge, go down, and you're there. It's soothing to be down here in nature and hear the river run. Ooh, I don't know what these flowers are, but they're quite pretty. Are these orchids? Oh my word! I've never just seen natural orchids growing somewhere. I'm no plant expert, but those look like orchids to me. And I've never seen orchids grow wild. How cool to see that in the middle of a canyon, in the middle of Kranj City. So that's the thing when you travel to a new city. You'll never know what you'll see around the next corner. In addition to finding some lovely murals, we checked out Grad Khislstein and found our favorite view on the Sava River at Majdicev Log. The views here are scenic and lovely. Our favorite stop of the day, though, wound up being Skofja Loka. This is another charming town with a castle on the hill, and we love seeing the old Hudiceva Bridge that has a lovely waterfall and charming cottages that line its riverbanks. And if you dare, you can hop out into the river to get up close and personal with the waterfall. He made it. That was impressive. I didn't know how you were gonna get back. Right by the waterfall is a cafe where you can have a drink with a delicious view. We ended the day with a climb up to St. Cross Church to get one of the best views of the village. As you walk up the hill, you can admire these colorful altars that line the path to the church. And you'll see sheep grazing in the meadow. How charming is that? This place is storybook cuteness, y'all. Once you reach the top to the cathedral, you'll see this view, guys. It is worth the climb. So really, my favorites of the day were Brdo Castle and right here in Skofja Loka. So if you're short on time, I can recommend both of those attractions, and whatever time you have left over, try to go see Kranj as well. Unfortunately, we ran out of time in Skofja Loka, so we're only able to see 2 attractions here. But if you have time, we highly recommend going inside the castle on the hill to see the museum there. Nonetheless, these 2 small Slovenian towns had a big impact on us. They were both uniquely charming and definitely worth a visit when you're in the area. All right, world travelers, so that's our journey. Good luck planning yours. Up next, we're taking you to Bled, so be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to see even more of the journey. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Oh, that's a lot of birds.